Aerotropolis is a word that is 80 years old, and the book that bears in its title is 8 years old already, but many are still unfamiliar with. It sounds too sci-fi. Well, what is it exactly, and how does it relate, or how is it significant to real estate in the Philippines? The shapes and fates of cities have always been defined by transportation. Today, this means air travel. That is how the book by John Casarda and Greg Lindsay starts. I agree with the first sentence, totally. I have to state that ground transportation infrastructure in roads and railways is even more important, as it is an essential component in the interlinking of nodes of various land uses. Water ports in a country with thousands of islands are also no less important. Bulacan has been intermittently on the news due to its being the site of several infrastructure projects, the biggest and most ambitious of which is the so-called Bulacan Aerotropolis. It consists of the new Manila International Airport, large enough to service 4 times what the current Manila Airport could, and surrounding, connecting, and complementing it are a new government center, a seaport, and dedicated zones for industrial, commercial, residential, and institutional uses. San Miguel Corporation, the proponent, has these all planned for their 2,500-hectare property in Bulacan. Then there are the railway projects in the North-South Commuter Railway Project that connects Clark to Manila and Manila to Calamba. It shall consist of 36 stations that span 147 kilometers. And the MRT-7 that links Bulacan to Manila. It has 14 stations along its 22-kilometer stretch. And the extensions, expansions, and construction of new roads all around Bulacan. DPWH, the local government units, and even the private developers are literally paving new roads to cope with and to allow for more progress. Vigan is better known as the heritage town with well-preserved centuries-old houses, but many will claim Malolos Bulacan's heritage houses are more significant, not just in beauty and splendor, but also in historical significance. The Jose Bautista House is home to memorabilia like the original Philippine Revolution flag, religious icons, artworks, and various crafts, furnishings, and furniture. It is French Art Nouveau, is styled in 1877, but was originally designed in 1855 as neoclassic. Other houses of note, which one should go see and appreciate, are the houses or mansions of the families of Adriano Vasquez, Luis Santos, Don Erastro Cervantes, Don Fausto Chiong, and Alberta Otanque Santos. Many can be found in the Camastisuhan district, where, as the name suggests, most of the Filipino-Chinese or Filipino-Spanish resided. Why has life seemed to be good in the area back then? City planning and architecture students are advised to explore, examine, and analyze the remnants of history. Real estate then, as now, is centered on where lives thrive well, where there is economic activity, where the interconnectedness of social life, commerce, and politics is most alive, and where the physical interconnectedness due to roads, rail, and ports allows for such. The roads and rail that lead to Manila ports brought trade opportunities and wealth to the hub and gateway that leads to the fertile grounds of central Luzon and even further north. The Aerotropolis and other interconnecting infra projects is a revival of history. It shall bring forth the resurgence and revitalization needed in the region north of Manila. The $14 billion project is projected to create 40 million indirect tourism-related jobs. How many new households shall need to move in the Aerotropolis and peripheries? Will there be enough houses to accommodate the workers? The good news is that the major national developers, like that of Villar Group, Philinvest, Ayala Land, and others, are already investing Bulacan. Additionally, the contributions of smaller developers, which are mostly homegrown, are important. They build where bigger firms will not, and in total land areas which are below the bigger firms' appetites. In order to compete, they provide at par or even better amenities and services. They are the niche players and boutique developers. We were welcomed by one such developer in their village, the Altana Subdivision. A big thanks to them for allowing us to have them as an example. The Aerotropolis, as a development concept, has its share of critics, and rightfully so. Serious real estate development students are advised to read more and dig deeper. While putting up an airport has its benefits, its role as progenitor or catalyst of communities and cities is an overstatement. A doubtless truism, though, is that interconnectivity builds communities, be it in Bulacan, Dubai, Dallas, or elsewhere. My Real Estate Notes encourages further learning. This video should prompt you to ask more questions and seek to find the answers. Comment below, as I believe we can learn from each other.